So during my last few videos talking about NaNoWriMo and my journey throughout that entire time, I've been talking about consistency. I've been talking about places, to really write and, find that constant, string of just like comfort. But I'm going to talk about the reason why I even started this month's NaNoWriMo, right? Why I even did it, because when it comes to writing, you can choose any other time, but why did I specifically choose the month of November out of all the other months that came before it, right? And the reasons why is because, well, a bunch of things, of course, but just to, really condense it down, it comes down to the fact that I lost the JNC contest earlier this year, and it really, really did suck. But one of the things I realized is that, when reading my stuff and going through some of the feedback that other people had given me before the contest, I started to realize like, hey, maybe I should start to seriously empty the tank. Right? Make sure the tank is empty, right? And what do I mean by make sure the tank is empty? So when you're writing a book, you're like, okay, I have all these plans, I have this character here and that character there. And when I write about him here, I'm going to wait until book 2 to really get into the weeds about this character. And there's going to be all these different details and all these different things he's going to be doing. And it's all going to make sense once you get to the second book, right? And while my book right now, I've extended it around to 100K words because that's the absolute limit for this year's, for I guess like next year's JNC contest, so to speak, because it's happening right now. The reason why I extended to 100K is because I had a lot, right? The tank wasn't empty, right? There were still things that I felt like I needed to include, and I should have included around the first time when it comes to writing, but there were so many more things that I was interested in when it comes to the latter half of the book, but I had to insert a lot of things in the beginning of the book, and I feel like, obviously I won't know if it's really going to help me, if it's really going to help my chances of winning, right? But at least I know that I am now fleshing out these characters, and, one of the things that I really realized when I was going back and, trying to figure out like why these characters here, what these characters' personality, especially when I was working on the second book as well, the second book, quote unquote, right? Because that might change a lot after I'm finished with this one, after I'm editing this one, right? It's the idea that like you really have to like understand what you're writing. You have to give the reader a reason to care about it, right? And one of the things I realized was that I didn't, other than a few things here and there, I didn't really give my main characters time to really marinate in the story and get the world going and all their motives and their objectives. And yeah, so basically make sure the tank is empty. Take my advice. If you're already finished with a book now, are you truly finished, or are you stopping here because you feel like you don't want to write too much?